I got a new spider, bro. There's a spider that lives on our fence. And the first time I saw it, I was like, oh shit, that's kind of cool. I took a picture of it. But then it's still there, so I just fed it one of the bugs off of our grass. And it fucking pounced on it. Like, it jumped on it and started eating it. And I was like, hell yeah. It's fucking cool.
Wow. E-Coog in real life.
Yeah, dude. I think she's missing a leg or something. But
They're good to have around. If
yeah,
they're
spiders.
poisonous.
Everyone's all scared of them and shit. Like, I'd rather spiders than cockroaches and shit like that. So.
Oh yeah.
I mean, as long as they're not poisonous.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Not anything that's gonna like cause issues.
The forge.
If it just makes my arm itch or something, then that's fine. I can deal.
You can deal. Let's go and start recapping while we wait for Drew.
I've never seen that. That thing.
Oh, it's like a forge thing.
A loading thingy.
Yeah.
Where
I've
it shows
seen
like
that
it
too.
shows our old game, the Lost.
Let's do David.
Gonna recap for us.
What's that?
Manny's not gonna recap for us.
Yeah, no. So of course it rolled Manny. Well, y'all side, that whole side, do a little group recap for us.
Yeah. So after we finished the fight, I don't remember what exactly was going on right after that. Someone start me off and then it'll get me going.
We started the session in the room from the puzzle door, or like the door with the basin in it. And then I rested while everyone investigated.
Yeah.
And then
I found the secret door with the map.
Yeah, y'all found a variety of things, really. And I even added some stuff to your bag of holding because I forgot to bring it up. Y'all found some different vials of poison that I've added to your bag.
Ooh.
But probably most significant lore-wise was that y'all found a sheet of paper with a recipe on it describing a concoction called black broth. And I believe someone passed that on to the Archmage.
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah. So that was pretty important. You saw that these Ophidians were instrumental in the black broth process, as were humans. So you saw a collection of them in this little laboratory of sorts, and that's also where you found the map detailing the sewers and a clue.
Kyle, you should take all those poisons because you can put them on your weapons. And I mean, everyone can do it, but extent to the rogue.
Yeah, that's fast hands territory.
Faux show.
But yeah, y'all uncover. And what did y'all uncover with the clue on the map?
So we led it down the passageway, or the hallway, I guess, to an area. I didn't think there was a door, but lo and behold, some kind of magic made it look like it was a wall, but it was a door. And Thunder sent his water elemental in, and everything kind of checked out, even though it couldn't really tell us anything. It just went in and went out. And then I rested. And David, can we? I forget the rules of. I apologize in advance. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Of attunement, I can have up to 3, right?
Yes. Yeah. You can have 3 items attuned to your person at once. Breaking it is instant. You can just not have it attuned anymore. But attuning it, I believe, is a long rest. The attunement process is kind of weird, but essentially you just kind of sleep with it, or you just hold it really close to you and focus on it.
I slept with my helmet. I remember that.
And do you have to be attuned to your weapons as well, or is that a separate thing?
Unless it specifically requires attunement, then you don't have to.
Okay. Well, then I think I'm gonna take the item I was using from my bag of holding and attune with it in the long rest I take right as the session ended? Is that okay?
Yes, that is okay. I couldn't remember if y'all were doing a long rest or not, or if it was just a short rest.
I think if we look at the logs, I used a long rest. So if we need to take that
I
back,
used a short rest.
oh
Okay,
okay.
yeah.
Can I unwind that?
I
while
thought
we're-
y'all did a different. I thought y'all did both actually, right? Didn't y'all?
I'm just trying to think. I don't think they had time for a long rest.
And that's fine. I'm trying to see what my HP was.
It looks like it recovered you 48, so I think you should be able to do the math on it, because you don't really get much else. No,
Yeah,
you don't
how
get like spell slots.
So I was at 48. Okay.
Um,
Just,
oh, it says you recovered 48. Recovered.
yeah.
But that'll be taken care of soon. But yes, the next time that you long rest, you can attune to that item.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I'll
Um,
take those
mhm.
poisons and then yeah.
And speaking of items, Aslos at the end of last session used a new item that we haven't seen before.
Yeah.
I believe. And
Oh, yeah.
what did y'all discover with that new item?
Saw thing and three of them. Y'all saw
You're
the
quiet
spider.
and cutting out again.
God damn it!
I was clear.
Yeah. Well, you said goddamn it was clear. So.
Give me a minute. Somebody
No
else
worries,
talk.
no worries.
No, you're good.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
good. Just say it.
Aslos whipped out his well, not his, the group's monocle, broken monocle of divination.
Oh yeah.
Which threw a slight wrench in the confidence of y'all moving forward, but it eventually equaled with y'all kind of pursuing the same route. Just a bit
Oh,
of
yeah.
confusion.
And I was peeking over the hole.
You were peeking over the hole to see what waited for you. That's
It
right.
has to be the snake.
That's right. So yeah, we ended with that great cliffhanger last time. Fail, what happened on your end last time?
Man, not much. I don't think their
It wasn't a
conversation.
ton.
Yeah, their conversation continued. Now that Yokizos joined Jaru, talking to the spider lady. I think we moved the ball a little more forward on that. I think they're still kind of trying to figure out how we can take over take that over. They flee, but not in a way in which. Oh Jesus! What was that?
It's music.
Is this better?
Your
Yeah.
music's
Well, I think it's you.
somebody's music is doubling back.
I think it's Lyle.
Yo, is my mic better? Is it
Yes.
still
Yeah,
shit?
sounds good.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fixed.
Thank you.
But yeah, trying to figure out how to get them out of there without revealing that they're, crawfishing
Yeah.
on the, yeah. And then,
what
I
did
did
Fail
also,
do specifically?
oh yeah, I definitely was posted up higher up on the wall, looking at the underbelly of the bridge, trying to figure out anything. And I found a tunnel as well with, some cobwebs. It was pretty small and dark. I only went a little bit of ways and then came back and told the guys about it. And really thinking hard about going in there as long as I could stay within Yokizos' range of his telepathy or telepathic whatever he's doing.
Yeah. Good. And speaking of which, Yokizos and Jaryu, what did you two do last session?
We just kind of finished the conversation with, what's her face and whatever the Drider.
Drider lady.
The Drider, yeah.
Kind of finished a convo with her, and then she came to the conclusion that it makes the most sense to try to leave or whatever, or try to bail on them because we're gonna kill everybody else. So
Right. And if you remember, your side ended with her going to the back of this cavern chamber and pulling back spider webs to reveal, lo and behold, a tunnel.
Yeah, where Fail's sitting.
And so I'm sure at this point you'll have pieced together what might be happening. But we'll still have fun with it. So I would like to start this session once again with Fail.
Okay. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is the telepathic thing, is that only one direction until you initiate it, or is it just happening?
You happen to know Yokizos?
It has to be initiated by Yokizos.
Yeah.
I believe so, yeah.
Okay. That's what I thought. I didn't know if it was already set or something. Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, David.
Yeah, I was just going to. You are at the entrance of your tunnel. Your soldiers are waiting behind you, just kind of watching you, waiting for direction. And you see deeper in, it kind of looks like a hole into the void of the blackness of this tunnel in front of you.
Okay, yeah, and I'm kind of like in and out, not knowing what to do. So I finally, after a little bit of mental deliberation, I tell the troops, you two, and I point to the two closest to me with me. Y'all hold right here, wait for shit to hit the fan. If you have to, get up there and get the bridge to come down if you see it coming up. If there's battle, don't do it unless there's battle, right? But good luck. And and I'm gonna go slowly, and I'm gonna try to not go too far, too deep, even though I have no idea what that is when you're crawling. But,
Right.
but yeah, like 20, 30 foot at a time, just kind of making my way to the two behind me. I just
Yeah.
I gotta know this is a liability, or a great advantage. So I gotta find out one way or the other.
Yeah, it's a bit creepy, this tunnel.
Yeah.
It opens a lot of questions. And you can see that the two soldiers that you point out to come with you kind of look at each other, maybe with a tinge of fear over their faces that you ignore as you begin to crawl into the tunnel. And you can hear the clanging of armor behind you that confirms you can't, because there's not enough space to like turn around and look. So you can really only
Right.
go off of the sound of them moving behind you as you plunge yourself into this tunnel. And you try to stop every 30 feet or so. I would like for you to roll a survival check for me to see how well you can recognize how far you've moved.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are clueless. It's dark, it's damp.
I'm
There's no
human.
sound.
I can't see shit.
Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, all you
uh,
can feel is the earth in front of you, and you at first are maybe a little trepidatious as you continue forward, kind of worrying that you're gonna like hit a wall almost. But as you continue going, you build your confidence and you continue to crawl. And you go a fair ways. You're moving slowly, so maybe after 10 to 15 minutes until you begin to see a light in front of you. It's not bright. It's like a soft bluish color that's filling up the tunnel. And as you get closer to it, you see that it is a lone crystal that is poking its way out of the soil.
Oh. And it's still just the same tunnel? I mean,
Yes.
it's not like an open part. This crystal's just in the same stuff it's always been.
Yeah.
I'll definitely. Oh man. I guess I'll tap it with my dagger a little bit and investigate it, see if it moves or something. I don't know. Like I'm leery to just pick up glowing things. But
Yeah, you kind of poke it and you can hear like the tick, tick. And it's like almost like it has like its own luminescence as it's filling up the chamber. I would imagine, Fayo, that you have never seen anything like this.
okay. I know I can't really turn around, but I'll try to say out loud, kind of back to my shoulder, to like y'all stop and get back a little bit, and I'll wait a minute, and then I'll go ahead and grab it, just to see. I can't not touch this thing.
Yeah, and it takes some pulling. It's almost like you're unearthing like a plant, right? And as you pull on it, you are able to kind of snap it off, and you can see where it has like kind of originated in the dirt.
Okay. I guess I mean, I've been around magic users. I'm not proficient in Arcana, but can I roll that or to see if I think it's
Sure, you can roll an
magic?
Arcana check.
Damn, 12.
You have used magic before, or you have seen others use magic before.
I got a little tiny
A
magic
little
as
bit.
well. I forgot. Yeah.
You have no idea whether or not this is magical or not.
Okay. I'm just gonna keep it. Sure. And I guess I'll put it in my mouth and continue to crawl forward a little bit. To kind of lighten my way. Yeah.
Yeah. You put it in your mouth, and you now have a little bit of sight as you move forward. You continue to hear the shuffling of armor and whatnot behind you. And after maybe 30 minutes of plowing through this tunnel, like I said, you are going slowly, so it's not as though you're making a record-setting pace or anything like that, but after 30 minutes or so, you can see that this tunnel begins to open up. And
I
you can
definitely put the
almost
light
stand.
away a little bit. I put the light away a little bit, kind of in my hands now when I get crouched standing.
Yeah,
Lot
you have to
less
like
light.
hang over a little bit, just a little bit.
Yeah, I want a lot less light. Yeah, I'll keep moving forward, very slowly at this point.
And once again, in all of these tunnels, and especially in this one now, you see series of cobwebs that are filled the chamber. And you continue forward until you pause, because you see the unmistakable construction of a stone pillar that is like up against like the wall of this cavern. And the tunnel continues forward. This is not a stopping point by any means. It doesn't end here. In fact, the contrary. You can see in front of you now, there are 3 different tunnels that are bored out, each going in a different direction. And this pillar, up against the wall, embedded in the soil, has been carved with a series of runes in a language that you have no comprehension in.
You guys ain't got spells, right? I look at the other 2 guys. Cool. Yeah, I guess I would kind of hold. Once they get in there with me, I would kind of just hold tight for a minute. I feel like I've gone too far. We have a whole mission going on. I know how long now it would take to get back to the bridge. And so, yeah, I think I'm gonna hold there just for a couple minutes and see what happens. Looking around while I'm thinking of what to do next.
Sure. Yeah, and this whole little cavern is kind of eerily lit, right? It's a soft blue light that is kind of creepy looking. And I want to shift away from you to going back to our boys down in the sewers.
What do I see?
Yo, I fixed my settings.
Oh,
Do I sound okay?
You sound great.
Yes, way better.
All right. Yeah, I like super fucked with them, so I hope I have no more issues.
Super
No
fun.
worries.
Well, now it sounds like a pro mic.
Well, it is. I have like pro setup too. I have like a fucking mixer too, so it's like it better sound good.
For you guys, Jin, you peer over the tunnel to see what is waiting for you inside.
Yes.
And you see peering back at you
Yes.
a large spider with
What the
red
fuck?
eyes blinking back. And you can see that it slowly raises its mandibles just slightly. But it's beginning to back up from you.
I halt and I forget it. People following me or am I alone?
I think they're right behind you.
Okay, so
Yeah, we're right behind you.
I kind of halt, turn around, and tell Aslos, your monocle's a liar. So
What?
we don't.
What do you
It's
mean it's a
our
liar?
monocle. It's our monocle.
What do you see? What's in there?
It's a big ass spider,
What do you
and
see?
it looks kind of freaked out.
I
Like-
definitely saw that in the monocle. I told you guys that.
Oh, I thought I saw a snake. So,
I
What?
also saw a snake.
oh, was it a spider then a snake?
Yes.
Oh shit.
So it's
Okay.
a spider.
Yeah. So the monocle's been right so far.
So where's the snake?
It's got to be beyond, right? Let's go kill the spider, or at least walk up to it. I don't know. What should we do?
Let's do it.
Can we? Is it just like a really dark tunnel that we're in?
Yeah, you can see in front of you, it's kind of the same idea, right? Where you can see maybe 10 feet into the tunnel, and then it just becomes dark.
Can we have thunder produce flame and be our torch?
Yeah, no, I think that's fair. It's pretty on brand for Manny, right? You cast that spell whenever you can. So with the snap of his fingers, he ignites a small flame in between his fingertips and lights the way. And whenever the tunnel is illuminated, Jen, you can see that the spider has already backtracked itself maybe 10 to 15 feet. And especially upon seeing the light cast upon it, it is really trying to book it out of there.
Well, I mean, if it's just gonna run away, maybe we don't even have to fight it. I say let's go.
Let's go.
Are we running after it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this tunnel is cramped. It is like Aslos, you are having to almost go like on your hands and knees just to fit. Ventus, you're having to crouch over a lot. So are you, Jen. It is not like y'all are just like waltzing down there. It feels claustrophobic. It feels small, and you can see that this tunnel is filled with spider webs itself. Not in front of you necessarily, but it's kind of like along the walls. And the group of you push deeper into the tunnel. And it winds and turns. This tunnel is kind of gross. You can feel the earth is damp and retaining a lot of, after some more thinking, sewer water. It smells horrible. Which makes sense considering he's bored underneath a sewer. But it's not pleasant by any means.
And how far have we traveled down this
Let's say
tunnel?
like 15 to 20 minutes. And
Oh,
it has
Jesus
not,
Christ.
it has not given up in any way. There's been no sign of stopping, no sign of enlarging. It's just going.
Are we even supposed to go this way? Was there like another door in that room?
I don't remember. Was there? I think the map said to go this way, but
What
Wait,
kind of path is this though?
it's a
Pretty
secret
sure
one.
I'm pretty sure that it did say to go this way. The map did.
Aslos, I have an idea. What if you used your helmet to talk to the spider?
Helmet.
Don't you have a talk to animal ability?
Oh no, I can just do that.
Oh yeah.
I'm magic. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you should talk to the spider and tell him we're not gonna hurt him. That we just want to get through the tunnel.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So I will take the advice and I'll kind of like tap into my
Mm-hmm.
speak to animals, and that kind of looks like how I thought of this looking like. I like had thought it through. It's like I imagine like almost like a spectral bear, like a green like spectral bear comes over his like head almost, and like my eyes turn just like green, like a ghost green is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Is it the same light whenever you talk that comes out of your mouth?
What? The
That
same.
That same kind of light, like I'm just imagining like a green glowing light in your eyes. And
yeah,
then
yeah,
glowing
yeah,
from your
yeah.
mouth whenever you talk.
I like that.
Yeah, because that's kind of like the whole beast thing. But yeah, no, I'll go ahead and like I'll I'll have that, and then okay, wait, I definitely have a slot for this. I don't know why it didn't work. All right, yeah, so I'll go ahead and use it, and then I'm going to like call. So the spider's still running away, right?
Yeah. Oh, this music got intense. Yeah, you can see it in front of you. It's just slowly backing up, still kind of facing y'all. Because it's kind of cramped for this big spider too.
Yeah, I want to like as we're going along, I kind of want to just be like, wait, stop. We mean you no harm.
And you watch as the spider's legs kind of slowly stop as it pauses. You can tell that it wasn't expecting this.
Yes, we mean you no harm at all. We just want to Jin, what do we want from him?
We just want to get through the tunnel. And
Yeah, we just want to get through the tunnel without having to deal with you. I don't know, man. Like we not gotta do this thing. It's gonna get all messy, and we don't want to kill you. You don't have to kill us. Like what do you think?
And you watch as the spider is just frozen. And its mandibles are kind of clicking as it opens and closes them. Its 8 eyes just kind of watching you fixatedly from a distance. And several
what
moments
do you
go
got?
by.
throw him an
Are we
offering of
gonna be
peace.
able to go here, or what do you think? We're offering you a peace treaty here. You got anything to say to me?
Give him one of the limbs from your bag.
Ah, yeah. Good idea. Okay, I'm gonna like fish into my bag and like throw, like, basically a full body worth of limb, like right at his mouth.
And you have to have some help from the other members of your group to fish
get
this out.
Get it out.
Yeah, you can't really reach your bag. You can't turn around, so like Ventus has
Yeah.
to kind of squirm up, get up on your back, pull it out. Jin helps you throw it. It kind of looks at it and begins to walk towards the body, and you watch as it sinks its mandibles into the flesh of this carcass, and it begins to pull it down the tunnel. And you hear a voice in your head kind of enter your consciousness as it says,
I am a child of Loth. Are you?
I'm like saying this to the group, and I'm like, guys, what do I say?
Does that mean we should kill it?
I don't know.
I don't
what child
know.
of Loth is.
Can I do like a religion check to see if I know what Lolth is?
yeah, you can.
I don't think I know Lolth.
Yeah, you have no idea.
I'm gonna just reply that yes, I am a child of Loth. We're brothers.
And go ahead and roll me a deception check.
Okay, that's pretty decent for Azlus.
So bad.
And the spider freezes when you say this. And you watch it sink its mandibles a little bit deeper into the body, and then go as fast as it can backwards from you all, severing the conscious connection that the two of you shared.
Yeah, I think we're good, guys. He said that we're friends, so we can keep going forward. We're brothers in Loth now, so
Nice. He said
I think
that.
we're he said that.
Sweet. We're good.
You are. If you don't think you believe him, you're welcome to roll insight checks. Otherwise,
I go forward very calmly now.
Yep.
And
same.
I'm gonna kind of like I'm kind of like stuck through this tunnel, but I'm gonna like strut forward like I'm like no harm now. So
yeah, confidently, the group of you continue forward down this tunnel. And it takes probably another 30 minutes or so into this tunnel until you find any kind of reprieve, where it begins to open slightly. And you now, Azos, can like your shoulders actually fit inside. Ventus, you can even almost kind of stand if you wanted to. And the group of you see a soft blue light emanating in front of you, like a distance in front of you, maybe 50 feet down the tunnel.
Is Sornin and the Rat King with us, or is it just
Yes,
us?
I would assume that
Okay.
they came with you.
Okay.
They're at the back.
How far down the tunnel is this?
Maybe like 40 feet or so. It's kind of like the shadow of light almost. It's a very eerie bluish color.
I'm still confident, so I'm just gonna be like, all right, come on, guys. Like, and
Yeah,
I'm
that's
gonna
probably like
I'm gonna lead the way.
the exit.
I follow merrily.
Yeah, and the group of you confidently.
But beware of snakes, though. I have a feeling there's going to be snakes.
No. We saw both things. We got the spider. I'm telling you, the snake. I don't think it's real.
Yeah, this
yeah.
monocle's probably wrong.
And the group of you continue confident, joyously forward. And
Even the Rat King.
even the Rat King, he's kind of been lost in the conversation. He's back behind y'all. He's just kind of trusting that the group of you know what you're doing. And as you all pull yourselves to the earth forward, you finally find a section of this tunnel that is standable. As those, it's probably still pretty uncomfortable for you, but for the others, it's now manageable. As you begin to pull yourself up and dust off your clothing, you see yourself now in a semi-large chamber, an earthen chamber. Don't get me wrong, there's no worked stone here, it's all dirt. Except for a large stone pillar that rests against the earthen wall that has runic symbols carved into it that are unfamiliar, I would think, to any of you. And standing in the center of this chamber, with the soft light protruding from her hand, is Fail.
Hey,
Hey!
Hey,
Fail, you're not supposed to be in the sewers. What are you doing?
yeah, that's what we're
File,
doing.
this is our job.
No.
What are you doing here?
No, this is not the sewers. This is. I think this is under the fort. I was at the. I went in a tunnel. I'll turn back and point at it.
Did the big spider eat you? Did it come through here? Like, what happened?
Fail, why are you in a tunnel? You're supposed to be like above ground.
I know,
Attacking
but
people.
a lot of things have happened. So
Yeah, fill us in.
we're not sieging. We're in the middle of not. I don't know. We're kind of gonna siege the fort, Fort Pike, but right now Yokizos and Jaru are actually talking and having a conversation with their leader of the Drow to try to get to crawfish.
Fail, you are interrupted as you hear another voice echo out through this chamber through one of the other tunnels that leads
Oh
out.
shit! Shouldn't be saying all this out loud.
Potentier.
Wait, where was the spider? And I look around for the spider.
Potentier.
Excuse me? I'm looking around for where's this voice is coming from.
And you watch from one of the other tunnels stepping out is a large spider that the group of you recognize. And behind this spider is probably 7 or 8 drow. A few of them are holding up crossbows, armed and ready at you. Others have long swords drawn. As the one that had been yelling switches to common. What are you doing here?
Whoa, we're brothers, me and the spider. We already went through this. Talk to him. Why are you here? We mean no harm. We're friends.
And
We're
when
not
you
the
say,
lizard things.
why are you here? The drow kind of look at each other, and the one in the front says, why are you here?
We're home. We're family with the spider. Me and the spider just had this long conversation. Talk to him.
We have talked with him. He described invaders poking through the tunnels.
Invaders, he let us through.
That is not what we talked about.
They rushed to us as quickly as possible to warn us.
Look,
What is
good sir, my friend here, and I gesture to Aslos, explained to the spider that we're servants of Lolth, and I reach into our bag of holding and pull out the major amulet of Lolth and say, we're here on official business.
And when you pull out the major amulet, it's in the shape of a large spider, obviously, with intricate
Oh,
web
nice.
work
Hold
done
on, I have
in
to
metal.
link this thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
That,
You'll need to pull it to your
oh, okay.
inventory. Here, I can do it for you.
I got it.
Okay, very good. Yeah, you slide your hand into the bag of holding while this conversation is happening and retrieve out the major amulet of Lolth. This is an impressive piece of metal. It's large. It is in the shape of a giant spider with extremely intricate metalwork around it and different webbings that forms out elvish lettering. It's extremely intricate, valuable, and obviously like exquisite. And when you pull out this major amulet of Lolth, you visibly see the confusion upon these drow faces as they look to their commander for guidance on how to handle this situation. Because this is something that not even they would have ever seen, a major amulet of Lolth. This is reserved for extremely high members of drow society, aka women, not men. And with that, I want to go to our other two boys that are with the spider.
Woo! A great
So-
session so far.
The Drider has brought y'all to the back of her chamber and has kind of pulled aside with one of her spider legs like a drapery of spider webs, revealing a large tunnel into the earth. And she kind of turns to the two of you and says, "We must start this with trust. Will you venture down with me?"
If I'm gonna go down in some tunnels, I need my weapon back.
She kind of pauses and looks to you, Jaryu, and says, "Do you have trust for me?"
I do. But the lizard man might not.
And she walks past the group of you to the entrance of the stairwell that you went down, and you can hear her call out several things in Elvish as she slinks back to the back of the chamber, and several moments go by in silence when you hear the shuffle of footsteps coming down the stairs. And they don't bring you all your equipment, Yokizos, but they do bring you Kalimvor's balance as they present you with your flail.
Yeah, I take it and I do give a little head bow and I just stow it. I'm not wielding it. I just put it away.
Yeah.
And I turn to the Drider and say, "I appreciate that. You must understand, this is a holy artifact. It was gifted by Mothra himself. I cannot leave it in the hands of enemies or allies."
And she gives you a small smile. And in this smile, it's almost as poisonous as it is kind. And she drapes back the spider webs again for you two to go first.
Okay.
Oh, I pick up Relimax off the ground, by the way.
Okay.
I walk through.
You walk through. You
And I
find
message
yourself.
Fael. I do send this. I mean, it makes sense, right? Completely unrelated to what they're doing. I'd be like, "Hey, the Drider's sending us into some underground network of tunnels."
And Fayo, you get that message as you are being yelled at by drow captains in the tunnel network.
And I'd just like to clarify, that's not meta at all. I would be doing that because I'm informing
Yeah.
her of what we're doing. So
That's
yeah,
fine.
you're the one
That's
who
fine.
would be the to do it. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, I definitely. Do I get to send something back?
I think
Right, at that
telepathy is
point.
we have an open line of communication between each other. I don't think it's I have to send it.
Yeah, we just have to be in range, right?
If I am wanting to communicate with you, I open the line of telepathy to you. Is how I read it. Sending is the other one where I have to
Yeah.
send one and then you get it back.
Right. And what's the range?
Telepathy's it's 120 feet, I think.
You reach out to Fayil with this message, and you feel. I would think with this spell, since it's a little higher grade, you would know if you weren't able to make that telepathic connection, and you are not able to.
Okay. As I'm walking and I realize that, I kind of stop just for like a small hesitation of like, fuck, and then keep on walking.
Yeah.
And and you continue forward. She brings you down a large tunnel. She can easily fit, and so can you. And this whole tunnel is filled with large crystals and gemstones that usher out bioluminescence, kind of illuminating this whole cavern way as you are walking down. And Jaryu, I would like for you to make a nature check with advantage for me. Yokizos, you can make one as well without advantage.
As I'm walking, I grumble under my breath. I thought we got out of the fucking Underdark.
Yeah. And both of you kind of look at each other as you put together this tunnel's taking us to the Underdark. And the Drider continues forward in front of you all now, leading the way.
I like to think that Yokizos just thinks any underground dark cave system that's not like covered in torches is the
Maybe
Underdark.
that's a better distinction. Jaryu, you know that you are being led to the Underdark. Yokizos,
Yeah.
you're underground again, and you're like, ugh.
Yeah.
I like to think I'm just, walking calmly with my arms behind my head, like just strolling down
Yeah,
the
just
path.
strolling.
I'm hoping that
And
I find another Myconid.
you watch Jaryu as you can notice kind of these subtle differences between this network of the Underdark and the one that you call home. It would be subtle differences as though like walking through the woods down in the southeast forests rather than up in the northeast, right? Some of them are major, others are quite subtle, but you notice them all. And it's very interesting to you. The stone here is quite different. Um, the gemstones here are quite different. The fungi is different. And you take this all in as the Drider leads you farther and farther into these tunnels. And out of all the groups, you three have the least far to travel. It's probably 15 minutes or so of travel down this tunnel network, this wonderfully excavated tunnel. Like I said, the cavern itself is huge, large enough to fit a Drider, which is a very large creature.
I asked,
And
oh,
mhm.
I asked the Drider if she's carved these tunnels.
And she turns to you and gives you a very sinister smile and says, "Many would like to think that us drow only have friendships with the Yuan Ti, but we have many more." And you kind of notice how she like her vagueness almost seems intentional, right?
Like the Myconids, or the Crawl, or the Alhoon. We killed the Alhoon. He's gone.
I like to think that
Beholders.
you say that out loud.
Yeah.
Yogis is going through his personal bestiary of everything he knows to be in
Yeah.
the
Like we were
Underdark.
just fucking here. Like, god damn it.
And she brings you down, like I said, after 10 minutes or so. And the two of you begin to hear the echoes of yelling, voices, kind of in front of you. As the group of you walk through the tunnel, revealing a large chamber that has a tall stone pillar resting up against the soil with runes in it that none of you understand, except for you, Jaryu. And standing in front of you, washing this chamber in a soft blue light, is the rest of your party and two soldiers and the
Hey,
Rat King and a small unit of drow and a large spider. And I would think that at least all of the drow fall completely silent as the Drider enters the chamber. And the group of you turn to see your party mates, Jaryu and Yokizos.
I do not approach because I'm thinking it's some trick of hail or some shit. Like what happened
yeah,
to Grot. Yeah, so I'm sitting here like this
Mhm.
is definitely some fucking illusion.
did you say I recognize that pillar?
You don't recognize the pillar, but you can read the runes on it, like the language.
I'd like to know what they say.
I will tell you here in just a second.
But when Yokizos and Jaru approach with the Drider, like what do they look like? Are they just like walking, or did they look like they're prepared to like fuck shit up or something, or like do they
Well,
look like they're prisoners?
yeah, it's interesting, right? Because you can see that both Yokizos and Jaryu are unarmored. They're just wearing clothes. Um, but you can see that the only possession they have on them is a weapon. Yokizos has his flail. Jaryu has his great sword.
And just
I
to clarify,
I should
because it's my
I should,
character, Yokizos is not tensed for battle or anything. Like he is casually strolling with Jaryu and this Drider.
and I'm very nonchalant, but I should still be armored because I strolled in there with my armor on and like showed it
Yeah.
off.
That's true. You're more ambassadory.
Yeah.
Yokizos joining the contingency. Yeah. So you see Yokizos very calm, but also unarmored. And then you see Jaryu also calm and armored. And then you see a monstrous, large creature that is half woman, half spider. And like I said, the drow freeze when they see the Drider. And the Drider speaks out softly to them and says, "What is happening here?" And then she turns to you, Jaryu, and Yokiz, and says, "Are they with you?"
What tricks
still
are you
holding
playing
them.
in my mind?
And now she looks surprised as you claim that. And she kind of cocked her head and says, "There are no tricks here. Unless this is a trick of your own." And she points to the other humans in your party.
And I'm still holding the giant amulet that's all shiny and sparkly, and I'm like, no, we are here with them. We're here for official business, like I told them.
And
So
the Drider now
literally,
turns to
when I
you,
hear
Jin, and
those
says,
words,
Mhm.
Yokizos instantly is like, "Yep, that's Jin," and softens up.
And the Drider turns to you, Jin, and says, "By what means do you possess a greater amulet of Lolth?"
We are here for the same reason Yokizos is here. And I'm just praying to God Yokizos has like some good reason to be with it.
Drider
Yeah,
then,
God, yeah.
the
I was
Drider then
about to
raises an
explain it,
eyebrow
and we
and
didn't
turns
get
to you,
there.
Yokizos.
I was up front with you about our siege on Okaria. This was one of our other parties in the sewers. As I said, we had the upper hand, but and I look towards the group. Our pact could still stand. I don't see why this would change anything.
Yeah, we're all servants of Lolth here.
No, we are
Yeah,
not.
brothers.
No, no, no.
Jar, you
No, they
steps
know
in.
that we're not servants of Lolth.
Oh, yeah, just kidding.
I like to think that.
Yeah, remember, and I kind of look over at the other
I don't even know
spider
what
like
wolf
this.
is.
I mean, we're still good though, right? I mean, like,
We don't got no beef.
Glorious.
And she turns to her own drow soldiers and say, "They are protected here. Please leave us be." And you watch as the drow soldiers slowly lower their crossbows and lower their swords and sheath them. And you all can feel the intense servitude or power that this Drider holds over these drow warriors. And so slowly they begin to turn around and retreat back into their tunnel, to where it's now just the party and the Drider. And Jaryu, during this conversation, you have been looking at this pillar, reading it. And the runes are awkward. It's not dwarvish, but it's very similar. And you are only faintly familiar with this language, but because of its similarity to dwarvish, you're kind of able to make by, right? And you recognize the language to be Deep Gnome.
I use my Helm of Comprehend Language, and I can read it perfectly.
Yeah, so the two of
No.
you begin to kind of read through this pillar, and you quickly, both of you, realize that this pillar is like a tablet of direction. It's just pointing out different ways to go. and their distances. And almost kind of interrupting this conversation, from one of the other tunnels that bores out of this chamber, you hear a pretty gruff voice.
What are these people doing here?
And the group of you look down to see 3 deep gnomes coming in through a very small tunnel. And the Drider takes a couple steps forward and says, "We were simply meeting here at the junction. I wanted to introduce you." And she turns to the group. And actually, she doesn't turn to the group. She turns to you, Yokizos, and Jaryu, and says, "I wanted to show you these tunnels because I think it might be our best opportunity at our agreement. When we first came here to Ocaria, Lolth demands her shrines and temples be built deep underground, for that's her home. And as we excavated to build a shrine here, we found that there was already a presence here." And she points one large spider leg to the deep gnomes. "They have a few villages deep underneath Ocaria. And that's when we hatched a brilliant plan, you see. We struck a deal with the deep gnomes to expand their already existing tunnels to connect with the city, should we need to escape, flee. There's an entire network underneath this city connecting every structure of importance."
Okay,
My whole life, and I never knew about this.
that's a problem, but we'll deal with that later.
And she kind of smiles when you say that's a problem.
Yeah, however you guys escape is of no concern to me. I just need you to tell all of your people, so that we can go invade the keep.
Also, could you
And-
point us to the palace?
That's the keep.
It is, as she's about to like kind of answer, one of the deep gnomes kind of walks up to you, Jen, and points a finger at you. These guys are maybe like, how tall are they, Andrew?
Like 3 feet, aren't
They're
they?
deep gnomes are super short, so yeah, they're like 3 to 4 feet tall.
And what exactly do they look like?
Like gray skin, hard skin,
Mhm.
typically hairless. I mean, from what Jaryu knows of the deep gnome, they're notoriously unhelpful.
Yeah, and I think they're about to live up to that attitude. As this deep gnome walks up to you, Jen, and kind of puts a finger at your chest, barely coming up to it, and says,
You are not allowed down here.
So I use my hat of disguise to shrink 1 foot and poke him back and be like, "Hey, we're supposed to be
Hey.
protected here by word of this lady," and I nod to the spider chick.
and he kind of shrugs your
I'll
hand
shake
off. He
her
says,
hand.
Yeah. What I'm saying is that you can use the spider tunnels all you want, but if it comes down to our tunnels, we don't want you here.
What
I
if
step-
we? Oh, okay.
We don't care about your tunnels, tiny man.
You
Are your
should. That's where the good stuff is.
Do
Yeah,
your
I
Don't
tunnels
tell
kinda
us
wanna go
that,
in your
because then we
tunnels.
might care about your tunnels.
Does
That
your
was a
tunnel
If it has
connect
to
us
do
to-
with access, if it has to do with access to the keep, would definitely want to know about that tunnel or be a part of it. You know.
Maybe we can make a deal.
Maybe we can make a deal.
Yeah,
and
sure.
We need
the
into the keep.
the deep gnome turns to you, Jaryu, and speaks to you in deep gnome, and says,
You should know better than to bring these people here.
And I respond in undercommon, I guess, because I don't really
Okay.
speak deep gnome. I only
Yeah,
understand
you get
it.
like a word of it.
Yeah. I respond in undercommon, I guess. I didn't bring them here. We just need passage to the keep if you'll provide it. What do you
And as
want?
as you say that, it like kind of switched to undercommon. He throws his hands up.
He's like, oh god, now we have to speak in your language. Perfect. This is just great. You come to our tunnels, and then you ask about our passageways, and
Hey,
now we have to speak your
hey.
language. This is just fine. This is really good. I
Hey,
really like this. I'm really
shut up.
happy with how this all
Shut
turned
up.
out.
I'm telling him to shut up.
And as you tell him to shut up, he points his fingers out.
Oh, you shut up. What if you shut up, huh?
Hey,
See, it doesn't feel so good, does it? It doesn't feel so good to go into someone's home and be like, hey, shut up, too.
I
Oh, and
didn't- I
also,
didn't
you have
go
to
to
speak my language. Shut up.
I
So
sneak back to the raptor.
I turn to him and because I can hear all of this because I can understand
Mhm.
him, and I just say in common, "Shut up."
And he turns to you in common. So he's switching between the two of you in undercommon and common.
Shut up. See, no one likes this. This isn't productive.
And then I switch to Dwarvish, and I'm like, "Shut up."
I didn't get that one. I didn't catch that one.
Hey, in undercommon, please calm down. We just want to know if the tunnels. I know you're calm, but if are the tunnels that you've dug for the spiders that we have access to lead us to the palace? Are they your tunnels?
No, the good tunnel.
And he looks like kind of side-eyed at everyone else that can't understand him. And he looks like, you can see he side-eyes like all the way up to Aslos, and that looks him all the way up. It looks him all the way down. And then kind of side talks to you, like kind of side-eyes. He says,
Look, the good tunnels are the ones that lead to our village. Don't you get it?
I don't want to go to your village.
We don't care about
Well,
your
those are the
village.
I don't want to go to your village.
What is he talking about? A village?
That's what the good stuff is. That's where the good. Don't you understand?
Hey.
Why are you trying to invite us to your village?
No,
Hey,
we don't want. Can you tell this guy to shut up?
and he points to Yokizos.
Hey, Yokizos,
Jim,
hold on
he's
one
telling
second.
us where all of the valuable shit is for their village.
No,
He tells
no,
us not to go
no, I'm
there.
not. No, I'm
It's
not.
okay.
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
I think this guy said he likes rocks, right? And I pull out one of our 4 apple ores.
Do you
Like,
want?
hey, what do you think of this rock?
Now what's that? Now we're talking.
The
Yeah.
only way you can get that to work is if you smash it really hard against the wall.
Hold on.
But then you have to break. I don't want it anymore.
No, you don't have to smash it. Not at all.
Oh, you don't have to.
No,
say
it has
okay, well, now
magical
we're
properties,
talking.
right? Or of
It's a
some
very
sort?
special rock.
And so you
They've
want,
told me
you
about
want,
it.
you're gonna give me special rock just so you can go to our village? That's the best.
No.
That's the best route we have.
We don't want to go to your village. We just want to know
why,
how to get.
why don't you want to go to our village? Our village is really
How do
nice.
we get to the keep?
How many of them are there?
3.
Okay, while they're talking to the one, I'm gonna go over to one, and I'm kind of I want to pick him up.
Oh,
Don't-
easy there,
I don't wanna
Aslos. Easy
say
there,
anything.
like you fail.
And
I
as
just
you like,
gotta-
Whoa.
like not
It's
not
okay.
in an
I'm looking
angry,
at the
not in
queen
a
lady or
malicious way.
spider lady.
It's more of like you puny little thing way. Like not like I'm trying to be
no.
do you pick him up like a
harm
baby,
him.
or do you
Yeah,
pick him
yeah,
up by
yeah,
like,
like a baby?
Oh,
No,
okay.
yeah, okay.
I definitely
pick him up.
I don't want to say
Aslos.
anything. I just haven't seen anything like this, so I'm just gonna like I'm gonna like pick him up and examine him.
All upside down.
Pick him up. There's like an explosion of like cacophony. As like the one you're picking up is like whoa, 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 and the one on the ground is like oh my god, and then the one that's talking to Jar, you kind of turn to him and says,
Hey, tell him to put him down. We don't want to fly right now.
Aslos. I know you're
What?
curious, but put him down, please.
I prefer
Oh.
the
It's
micro.
only
I-
gonna make things harder.
Explain to him that our
Oh.
feet feel much better on the ground.
Yeah.
We like to feel
yeah.
close to the ground.
He doesn't care. Okay.
Yeah, I can't understand like any of them, so it's just constant screaming. I look at Jar, I'm like, oh, sorry, and just put him down and walk away.
None of us
Oh my
care
God.
about whatever you're talking about. Just show us how to get to the keep.
So I actually hand the gnome the apple ore. I'm like, look at this rock. Look at how nice this rock is.
and he takes it. And he kind of looks at it for a second. You can tell that he really is genuinely examining it as he kind of looks it over. And you can see that as he's looking at it, he kind of feels it with his finger, and you go,
You know,
and this is to you, Jar, you and Undercommon.
we have a name for this ore.
Mm-hmm.
called Brainbuster.
What do you do with Brainbuster?
And he looks at you really solemnly and says, "It's not what we do for Brainbuster. It's what they do if they catch us with it."
Who catches you with it?
The elephants?
And he looks up at you and says, "Mind flayers."
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Hey guys, they
well,
call this apple ore brain buster.
What?
Does he know what?
It's not even a
So
brain,
cool sounding.
and it hasn't busted
They
anything.
call this purple apple ore something else.
So
Yeah, Kizos, will you tell the one in the bed, the back like left, that he smells kind of weird? I mean, like, I don't like. I'm not one to judge, but I mean, like, come on now, like, dude, we gotta
Oh
have.
no, we're trying to
Oh.
get
hygiene.
somewhere, assless.
I can only
We gotta
speak
get
common and
somewhere.
dwarvish. I can't talk. I'm just
Oh,
speaking common,
oh.
so he can hear you.
so
Oh,
if he's saying it's
my bad.
contraband,
And you see the little one going like,
Giving you a look.
I can just understand them.
so if you're saying it's contraband, then that means it's got to be really valuable. So it sounds like a pretty fair trade for you get to keep that rock, and you show us how to get to the keep through your tunnels.
and you can tell he hears you, but he turns back to you, Jaryu, and says, "Look, this is what I wanted to say.
Mm-hmm.
The spiders, they wanted us to bore a tunnel up there
Mm-hmm.
to keep. But we got stopped. It's spooky up there. One of our gnomes, as we got closer to it, the spiders, they wanted a tunnel drilled up into the basement, right? That you could crawl up into through the stone. And we can
Yep.
do that. It's not hard. It's just whenever we had one of our gnomes drilling, right? We must have broken something, busted a tank or something. I'm not sure. He horrible things happen.
What horrible things?
Yeah, horrible's
Yeah.
relative.
You guys gave up, didn't you?
No. And he looks really stern. And you can tell that he's genuinely serious now, not deep gnome serious,
Okay.
in his little black eyes. And he says, they drilled into the basement. And there was a small explosion. We got covered in this liquid. And he started this he screamed in pain for the next couple nights. His skin started tearing away. His eyes changed. We had to put him out of his misery.
Good call.
Yeah, that was probably smart.
And so
What
we told the spiders we're not going back there. There's a tunnel that's drilled, obviously,
Did
but
they
we didn't
know?
excavate it.
Did they know what the liquid was? Did you tell them about the liquid?
No.
What? Why not?
Tell the spiders? And he points at,
Yeah.
at the drider. No! They don't have any license to know. They asked for a tunnel, we built a tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to tell them about every rock we saw on the way.
Shit.
Sounds very dutiful of you.
Hey! And he points a finger at you. We're deep gnomes. We ain't clerics.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the truth. And I throw a garnet at him,
And you can see that he like leaps out to catch it.
and I'm done talking to this asshole. I hate deep gnomes, by the way.
Well,
But give me my ore back.
Hey, no, you gave me the ore.
No, snatch.
No,
the
I
apple.
said ore for a passage to the keep.
And
You're not
you
gonna hold
only
up.
have like an 80% passage.
Yeah.
And he kind of points a finger at you and he says, you did. And he
What?
kind of turns back to Jaryu and he says, "What's your name?"
What's your name?
I asked first. What's your name? And he kind of puffs his chest out a little bit.
I'm not telling you. What's your name?
I'm not telling you. What's your name?
Fine.
I don't have any business telling you my name.
I think our business is done, so I don't need to tell you my name.
Well, fine. We won't know each other's names then.
Fine.
But
What clan do you come from, huh? What clan are you? You're obviously a dwarf. What clan are you? I'll tell you my
I think-
clan for your clan.
I think you know what clan, and I show him my armor. And then
we got a little
Sornin
worm.
Sornin and Lopin step up.
Mhm.
Because I'm sure they understand what the hell's going on.
Oh yeah, they're just kind of almost like amused, like frustrated, amused, you know.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna turn to Aslos. Aslos, take the apple ore back.
From this thing?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Now I'm just
Don't
gonna
kill
go
him.
over. I'm gonna go over and grab him by the hair, pull him up to me, and then take
This
the
is not
apple.
fair. This is not fair. He's like 4 deep gnomes.
Oh yeah, I'm about to be like, hold on,
I'd
hold
say
on.
like
I got something much better than that. So I have taken the apple ore back at this point, and I like dig into my bag, pull out my endless bag of sand. I sit there and dump like a good like 3 pounds into his hand and be like, that's magic. And then I'm gonna turn my back and walk away.
And you can tell that a very smart part of these deep gnomes are actually kind of fascinated by a way to like continually generate sand. But the way that it's gone about is well received, and he kind of drops all the sand, and he points at you, Jari, and says, "Fine, you don't get to know what clan we are. We don't get to know what clan you are. We know what clan you are.
I already told you what
You
clan
don't
I
get to
am.
know what clan we are."
I don't care.
Oh God, just
What?
leave.
And you can tell that they're like a little like, what?
What?
Don't care at all.
But I'm important.
Well, look, I don't care. You can tell me or not. All right. I'm sure your village is great.
I don't want to tell you
but-
now. It's super good. Super good.
Okay.
If you tell me your
best.
clan, will you leave?
Well, no. When are you leaving? These are our tunnels.
So
We're like
I just
leasing.
put my hand on his shoulder and start shoving him back down the tunnel where he came from.
Hey! And they're all like kind of clamoring up now.
Hell yeah.
And the Drider turns to you, Yokisis, and says, "Did you get the information that you needed?"
You've been working with those asshats? Holy shit! It must have taken you like 8 months to get these fucking tunnels.
And she smiles at you with like what seems to be like the first actually genuine smile that isn't like underlaced with some kind of sinister overtone.
Right. Honest as
and-
fuck.
Yeah, and she says, "We had to give some. It was a very generous agreement."
They asked for.
Alright. Anyways, show us where that path is and we'll go scope it out and that's fine. But the problem here is still, how are you going to tell all of your drow to get the fuck out of here?
I'm not concerned about that part.
Okay.
We have ways of sending messages secretly and
Alright, well,
communicating in ways that can't be heard.
our
What
next
I'm
step
concerned
is
about-
the preparation of taking the fort. Or the keep, whatever it is.
Both.
And she kind of frowns a little bit and she says, "I think more importantly, well, let me offer you this. Since I suppose we are now working together, do you need a place to rest?"
Absolutely. I am fucking exhausted. Are you guys tired? I'm fucking tired. We had a lot of fighting.
What did he
and
say?
shit.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah, we would love a place to hang out for like 8 to 12 hours.
I think that it would be reasonable for you to rest in the fort before we abandon it, because you can't do it after we do so. Once we leave, the facade is up. They will know that something is horribly wrong.
Yep. Understandable. What do you guys think? And I look at the rest of the party.
I could use a
Just
rest.
nod, yeah.
Yeah.
And hi, by the way. God, it's been so long.
How'd y'all's half the mission go?
Honestly,
Going well
it
right
was
now.
I
fucking
saw you
hard,
this
man.
morning. Or, yeah, what time of day is it actually? It's still the same day,
Is it
right?
is it like the day after his
Evening
night
by
or
now?
something?
It would be probably. I think it'd be sometime in the night of the same, like late in the same day, probably would be my guess. I know that's unbelievable with how long it's taken outside of day, but like just thinking about everything that y'all done, it's been like a few
like,
combat encounters.
Yeah.
The
Yeah, and it's
real
hard to
talk, it
think
could've
that
been
like
2 hours.
combat encounters
Like-
are like 10 minutes.
Right,
if
right.
even.
So
It's like
So
a minute.
I think it would be late in the day that y'all came over from the portal. Like I'm thinking like maybe like 10, 11 at night kind of deal. Does that sound fair?
Okay, so
Mhm.
there's kind of a lull in our side versus their side of the city as night falls, kind of stuff, because we've done a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I would
Yeah,
say
yeah.
that I would say that we used our element of surprise and we maximized our advantage as much as we could. We don't have it anymore, so now is a good time to rest before we do the final push.
But
Makes
yeah, and
sense.
they kind
Makes
of
sense
know
strategically.
it's going down a little.
Nothing
yeah.
ever does. You don't ever do that kind of shit all in one day, you know.
The advantage for you is that they will believe that the fort is still securely held by their side. They won't have to worry about reinforcing it because the Drow have never lost it. Of course, this is a lie.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
that's fine.
we don't want to make y'all lose it. Like, yeah, awesome. I like it. Then, I want to do some
And
watches. Are we gonna sleep down here in this cavern? What
No,
are we
we're going
doing?
back to the fort. Remember?
we have a connection to the fort. I suppose you don't know this. These tunnels,
Oh, that makes sense.
That's where
these
we
yeah,
came
tunnels
from.
connect
Remember?
directly.
yeah, y'all were supposed to be in the fort talking. So yeah. and here
And
you
the
are.
Rat King kind of steps up and says, "We'll need to inform Captain Picard of all of this, correct?"
Oh no, I got these 2 guys. They're about to get instructions. We're gonna send them back. We got to talk about that next. He's got to lay low for sure.
Can any of your rats speak common?
And he turns to you and says, "They understand, but they can't speak it."
We'll put a
Makes
letter
sense.
on Ned and send him over.
Biological.
Oh wait, I don't know Ned's there. Well, then put a letter on one of the rats and send him over.
I mean, if
I'll
to,
sign
to
it. That's fine.
To strengthen the alliance, you can definitely go with our soldiers if you got some rats you want to send with them. We need to work that out. Yeah, just up a card to chill, and let them know what's going on. I think everything is going to be moving in the morning.
He nods. And
So are we like
the
turning around
Drider.
and walking? Oh, never mind.
Yeah, the Drider I think would at this point like kind of getting that affirmation of y'all wanting to rest and whatnot is beginning to lead y'all back down the tunnel.
Yeah. So as we're walking back, I do want to
Mhm.
pose the idea to the group of so we have a ship full of explosive whatever.
Oh
it
yeah.
is.
Well, okay. So here's
we should repurpose that in our siege of the keep.
Well, yeah, whatever we do, we need to tell Picard now. I was kind of hand waving that, but that was definitely one of the instructions. Was that what are we gonna do with that? And I thought, how do we get them to do? Can we get them to do that for us overnight? Soldiers and like move the dynamite?
No, I think once I think we won't be able to start any of that until tomorrow, because otherwise we'll show our hand that we're like basically like good in the fort kind of thing. I don't think we could send like a bunch of soldiers to go unload the ship right now.
Well, then the only thing we could do is send it downriver to blow up downriver, right?
No, we can just wait until tomorrow, take the fort from the 3 Yonti there, and then we do it. Why do we have to
that's
do
what I'm
it
saying. I'm talking about, yeah, that was a different plan. I agree with you on that. I understand. Tomorrow, what does that look like with Picard out there and us in here?
I thought you were sending your dudes back. They just hold pat at the Arcane College, like they're gonna try to storm the keep tomorrow, and the Yonti won't know any different.
Okay. Just be
like set up like a barricade on the bridge and all that crap, and look like we're about.
Okay, so we can decide what to do with in the morning then. Okay, my bad. I didn't know if it was something we needed Picard to help with.
So we're sieging the
Sounds
fort
like not.
tomorrow?
And
Well, we're not.
I'm just going to interrupt to say that the group of y'all have now arrived back at the fort. You're inside. You can hear the rain coming down outside, and the Drider has led you back in.
Okay.
And she goes to the door in front of you, and you can hear some conversation happening. And she opens the door back up and kind of beckons you forward. She says, I have let the drow here in the fort know what's happening. You have this chamber here to yourselves. Anywhere else you will see the commotion of the drow preparation, so please don't get in their way.
Alright, and I turn to Jin, and I'm like, so to clarify, there are 3 Yuan-ti in the tower right outside this fort that are kind of watching the bridge and this fort, basically. So we, now with the help of the drow, they're going to basically vacate, and then we're going to go kill those 3 Yuan-ti and take the fort by just killing 3 Yuan-ti. It's not even an issue for us, right? And then we can start preparations to siege the keep, right? The big one.
So
We
my
can't
thoughts
do
on
anything
that,
until tomorrow, because tomorrow we have to rest, and then
Right.
the drow have to vacate. That's the problem.
I think we should have Captain Picard lead the siege on the palace,
Then
while
sneak it.
we go through the
Ooh.
tunnels and
I
infiltrate.
like this. Let them handle it.
So
Oh, you gotta make sure they
never
can't
mind,
survive
it would go
though.
against
We gotta.
what we've been talking about.
Yep.
All right. So actually, what we're gonna do is you're gonna tell Picard to split some of his men to go blow up the back of the keep with the shit instead of us going, because that was gonna be our original plan.
It would
Yeah,
be a great distraction.
It'll be a
Picard can handle
three
it.
front siege of the keep. We're gonna go from underneath, and we'll take some of those explosives with us to go blow up that tunnel. Right?
Yeah, the rest of the way.
Yeah, and maybe get that tank of black ooze to drain out where we're not getting hit by it. That'd probably be smart.
Yeah, I don't know how we're gonna need some water bending.
I don't know what kind of black ooze is melting people's skin off, but that's crazy.
Wait, black ooze? I just thought it was ooze in general. That's,
No, the deep dome described it as a black liquid that melted the flesh and began to turn the other deep dome into something.
oh,
think
we
it's-
just fought
it's
like a
gotta be
sea
the
serpent that sprayed a lot of that, and he would also eat it. So I don't know if it's the same thing. But when I touched the black ooze, it was definitely flesh rippy.
But if it was in their barracks or whatever it was, their basement, it means they're storing that shit in there. So that
Why would they?
means-
Why would they store monster ooze?
Well, we found this recipe that I think turns people into snake people. We're not.
So
we don't
that's how
really-
they've been doing it? They've been giving him this black ooze shit?
Didn't
I
the
think
dwarf
so.
say that as he died, his eyes
I-
were changing and all that?
Yeah, I show him the note or the recipe I found, and tell him how I told it to the Archmage.
Sure.
I'm proficient with poisoners kits. Can I read that and understand it?
Yeah,
The black
roll a. See if you can use your poisoner's kit for me in your inventory. Yeah, you should be able to. Click the dice button and do it with advantage. Use poisoner's kit with advantage.
Terrible.
Nope,
I
snake
think it's a
poison.
little applicable. I mean, obviously the
One sec, sir.
ingredients make sense to you. But the way that it's described to be made, there is obviously an extra planar element to it. Like the fact that it's resting and boiling out for weeks at a time. This is something almost divine, right? It's not just a simple poison where you mix ingredients and now boom, you have a chemical combination. This is more than that.
If this is the shit that they're storing up there, then that's more the reason to me to get this fucking explosive and go blow the shit out of that tunnel. What else are we gonna? We can't dig up to it if it's turning people into snakes as they're.
But
digging
didn't
up
they already
there.
didn't they already blow up the tank?
They popped one tank. How many tanks are up there?
I don't know. What do we need to destroy them before we go in? Can't we destroy them on our way out?
how do we get through them if we go
No,
in?
we just don't want to get damaged by them somehow.
Well, I'm saying if
They've
we're
already-
gonna go up the same way they're at, how are we going to get through them without going through the tank?
Well, do we have to go through the tank, or can we like go around the tank?
I don't know about you, but I can't mine very fast in like one night. So
Well, no, I'm saying like they already blew up the tank. That there's a hole there already, right? Can we just
Yeah,
use
there's
that
probably
existing?
most likely there's something else there at this point, or they blocked it up, or maybe they got some guards there, but surely nothing crazy because no telling what they think. I don't know. There's a fucking gnome that died.
I don't
We've
care about
lost
the
a
gnome.
gnome.
Dwarf.
Yeah, I don't care about the
Dwarf,
gnome
I don't.
either.
What was that?
A gnome has been lost.
I know. We'll talk to the Archmage after we wake up from resting, and see if he has found out any more about the recipe.
But either way, we have a ship full of explosives, and we should use them while we got them. So whether that's they just blow up the keep with them and move in through the front or through the back, or both, or whatever.
You have to split up the group to do stuff like that, and I don't. At this
No,
point,
we
I just
trust
wanna-
Captain Picard.
Yeah, we
Yeah, we
trust
give-
Captain.
Yeah, he has to continue his force moving forward.
Yeah, we're
All eyes on him.
strike force.
Even give him the dynamite, even maybe. Yeah, he'll have his own amount. Okay, yeah, I like it. More to think about. I'm gonna be thinking about that.
All right. Well, can you like go tell your people that we're doing this, so they're not thinking that we're just dead for a whole night? Or I
Oh,
can
our
send. I
people?
can send it. Yeah, I can send a sending to Picard. I guess. I'm about to sleep anyway.
Yeah, we were
Fuck
gonna
it.
send these two guys. They know how to get back, but yeah.
Yeah,
send
but
them
where are
and
they?
talk
We
to
already
them.
came all the way back through the tunnel.
I know.
Well,
Well, I mean, technically, I was trying to have all that conversation to let them know, but
Yeah, Fayo, you had mentioned that you wanted to send those two back, so I think that I'm fine with assuming that you had already kind of sent them back in the tunnels.
Hmm.
And they might not have the full plan of what's happening, but they're at least going to let Picard know that y'all aren't dead, and that like it was a success. It seems. So you at least know that part is taken care of. Picard's not going to wonder where you are.
He's gonna keep his presence and hold forward, at least, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, we can talk to him in the morning if we need more, give him more details.
Yeah, can't you
I can
send
go out.
Miss Hawthorne?
I mean, I can just go out there too. Yeah, she's out. She's out in the streets, man. She ain't down here. I can go get her though. Yeah, I mean, I got time. I know how to get back to the bridge.
Isn't Miss Hawthorne like a big bird now? Like an
Oh
eagle?
yeah, well I didn't mean to misgender your bird.
Yeah, it's not Miss Hawthorne anymore.
Mr. Hawthorne.
Mr. Hawthorne. Ryu
what's
or
the-
something.
Is that the name? Ryu?
No, it wasn't Ryu, but it was something small like that.
Rafe?
I can't even remember. Rafe,
Rafe.
that's what it was. Yeah, Rafe.
Yeah.
Typical girl
Mr.
thinking
Rafe.
she needs to make a name. Rafe, Mr. Rafe. Yeah, I can. We can hand wave all that as needed. But I wouldn't mind doing that then. I can go out. I'm not too banged up. As long as I can still get my long rest. Miss Hathorn.
Yeah.
Do everything. Relay everything that we've decided as we're about to go to sleep. Like give me another hour or two, and I'll take care of that. Fio would care to make sure that he knew exactly what was going on,
Sure.
even if it's vague and not 100% yet.
Yeah.
And then I'll make sure
no,
he
that
gets
makes
close
sense.
enough to Yokizos to be able to send messages too in the morning. Gonna go to a spot so Yokizos can reach him. So we can fill him on the
Well,
rest
I won't
of
be
the
able to do that
details.
in the morning.
Never
Yeah,
mind.
It only lasts an
Scratch
hour.
that.
It only lasts an hour, so yeah, it probably went out. Or,
No, yeah, I was thinking you'd have to cast it again in the morning or something.
No, I ate
Yeah.
an Alhoon tentacle to do that.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Even better.
So,
Never mind.
And kind
I
of speaking
will-
of which, this is a good time for y'all to go through your bag of holding if y'all want to begin
Long
giving
rest.
up what's in there.
Long rest.
Yeah,
bag
this is
holding?
kind of
Oh my
your
God.
this is also kind of your downtime. Y'all have achieved a long rest, a protected
would-
long rest.
I would like it to be known that Jaryu takes his bedroll down into the cave with the Drider and sets up his sleeping bag down there.
You go down to the Drider's like little
Sleeping
cave, and you do not see her down there. It's empty the whole night. Yeah.
He's gonna put the moves on the Drider.
You know what? You're right. Let's RP that.
We not.
No, the Drider is not there. She has other business to attend to.
That's okay. Soren and Eloping can come on down.
Taking
Yeah,
2 of
they,
these
They bunk with
OT2's
you.
teeth
Okay.
to craft into those rancid daggers.
Okay, yeah, perfect. And for this whole bag of holding stuff, I'm not gonna make y'all RP it. Y'all can just talk about it.
The heart of the reptile god. Ooh, that sounds like something I should have.
Yeah, y'all just talk it through and take what y'all want.
Well attuned, creature gains advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects. Can I take the heart of the reptile god?
Yeah.
Sounds like you've earned it.
Can I have all the wisp of shadows? Do you guys
Absolutely.
All yours.
I do
David,
know
can
Manny.
you do that?
Manny
I can only
wants
add
the
one.
white dragon wings
Okay.
to make a cloak. Oh, he can. You only have to take one of them, so he can make another one of those cloaks.
And as you take one of as you take those out of the
Casey.
bag, can you roll for me a nature check?
A nature check.
Yeah.
Can I have advantage?
Jim.
I actually will give you advantage, yes.
Because I'm smart.
Because you're smart. It's actually for different reasons, but we can. Azos believes it's because he's smart. As you take these
Yeah.
wisps out, we'll say that these wisps are like contained in some kind of like jar or container, right? They're not just like free flying wisps of unholy energy. But as you like kind of look at them and you're bringing them out of the bag, something about these wisps really feels familiar to you. The jar that contains them is cold and lifeless. And you remember that these were collected from the vampire thralls that were being controlled by Felix the last time that y'all encountered him. And ooh, actually, I didn't even think about this. I want for you to roll me an insight check as you kind of begin to connect those dots.
By the way, I should have 6. I already took one, but
Oh, okay. I'll add you
yeah,
one more.
but insight check, you said?
Yeah, roll me an insight check as you begin to like take these things. An idea just kind of forms in your mind. You can't fully put it together just yet, because it's just like the formation of an idea. But the feeling that you get looking at these wisps, remembering Felix, and the strange place of no color that you recently went to, that place that was devoid of life and vibrance and color, they all feel kind of one the same to you. And it just kind of flickers over your mind as you begin to pack these away in your own bag from the bag of holding.
Yeah. I like my like goal with the like after I like get this feeling is like I want to get as many as possible.
Mm-hmm.
I like want to go to different cities and see if these are something that I can find or like get them talked about. Like, cause like that's kind of like what I don't know. I've just been like I feel like they called to me almost.
Yeah, for sure. And you, like I said, you can't really put it together yet, but you just feel like there's some connection between these thralls, Felix, this essence, and that place that you were in. It's indescribable to you, but you feel it in your gut that there's some kind of thread there, and you pack them away. And Yokizos, what does the heart of the reptile god look like as you bring it out of the pack?
It looks like a heart,
Mm-hmm.
and it has all the little like heart
Is
tubes
it like
and stuff coming off of it, and I imagine it's still slowly beating, right? Otherwise,
okay.
what magical use would it have just as a dead heart?
Yeah.
But I do feel some sort of attachment, like not attachment, but like it feels, I don't know. It feels familiar almost.
Yeah. Almost kind of close to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. You and you can hear just kind of the soft beating as you take it and kind of pack it away.
Ha! One of the curses. Scales begin to grow on the creature. David, I'm a lizard.
Oh wait, you can see those?
Yes.
Oh.
Haha! I shall prepare remove curse.
Wait, really? It's supposed to be
Remove curse.
secret.
Well, sorry to
That's-
ruin that for you, but I'm
No,
going
it's
to
okay.
Prepare
It's okay.
remove
Can
curse.
Can you see it now?
Yes.
What is the point of the secret text then? Okay, well, then, you know.
I think it just would be cool for Jin to take one of the. Oh shit, where is it?
I'm gonna take the audible.
Take one of the Yuan-Ti fangs and the white dragon claw, because then you'll have 2 more daggers that do 2 different types of damage.
Deal.
To be the dagger guy.
Deal.
I mean, it makes sense, right? Dagger. He already has like 8 daggers.
Dude, there's 4 poison daggers in here. You have it. Well.
Which items?
Wait, is that the
Short swords?
Short swords?
Short swords.
Not the daggers.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I meant.
I could take 2 short swords of poison. I could maybe do
Which,
something with that.
And keep in mind, we can also sell some of this shit. Like, we don't have to use, like the bolts. No one uses a crossbow. And I think anything that we can craft into a potion, we should just, when we get the Von Rieg, just dump them all on whoever crafts them and be like, hey, make these.
Yeah,
none of us are going to be able to make those potions, so.
Wait, so with these poisons, how do we use them? Can you just like put it on something and it has this poison on it, or what?
Yeah, if you coat a weapon with it, then it applies that poison whenever you hit.
Yeah, and usually...
Is that forever, or is that just
no.
like one?
No, just like once.
Usually, yeah. There's one of these says specifically, like, what is it? What did it say, like 3 times or something? Or up to 3 pieces of ammo or something like that.
Yeah, some of them might specify.
So you could poison your ammo, like you could poison 3 of your bullets to get the effect.
But like the basic poison says, once applied, the poison retains potency for 1 minute. So if during those 10 rounds of combat, your dagger will do that.
So essentially, you apply it like the beginning of combat.
It's night hag finger. You can we can crush it up and feed it to somebody as a spell sleep. Unless you want to do claws. If you get 10 of them, you can turn your hands into claws. But then everybody hates you.
Does anyone want a? We can't make it
What
yet.
it says.
But there's a medium armor that allows you to breathe air and water.
I think Fael should take the rest.
Wait, can I have the white dragon tail
I would love
acts
that.
as a magical
But
whip plus
it'll
1?
make your armor less, Fael. It's a medium armor. It's only DC 15.
I got right now.
I thought you had
Does any-
playtail.
Does anyone have any objection to me taking the Amulet of the Abyss, the Sigil of Raxua, and the Cultist Sigil?
Hey, you want all the big stuff, huh?
Amulet of the Abyss. Amulet of the Abyss. I might, if I want to look into selling that. Truthfully, I want to see how much they charge for it. That's the only one that I kind of like.
Well, without the
Whoa,
amulet,
12,000?
Yeah, I want to see what a shop owner might offer for that boy.
without
I
the
have
without the
breastplate.
amulet though, those other 2 things are useless because you need to trade it to the demon for a favor.
That's your intention with those items?
Yes.
What favor in which demon?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we need some explanations because right now we're just looking at money.
Yeah, I don't know. Who is this guy?
I'm gonna take the moat of unholy fire because it has to do with
Look,
undead and it's just a flame.
You have no right to be judgmental here. You took that skull of some demon god, all right? So
Yeah, but I'm not gonna ask any favors of him.
Then why'd you
Yeah,
take
unless-
it?
what could go wrong?
I don't believe
He-
it.
I mean,
Dude, I
what-
think this
wait, wait.
skull's cool.
What if
Yeah,
we
w-
use
we need
those
a
items
new
to ask
skull.
a favor of my skull?
I don't think he's bound by the amulet. Like that dude is like a demon god. He's
Yeah,
like,
Orcus.
yeah.
Oh, Orchid. Yeah, I mean,
I pull it out.
maybe this first. Maybe we got a lot
Um,
to do first, guys. I don't know about that.
I will definitely let you pull it out, but I need to find something really fast before you do so.
So I'm going
No.
to, in our
So we're gonna say you're
downtime,
looking through your bag for it.
in our
Go ahead,
downtime,
Yoki.
I'm going to craft. I'm going to use the OTU2s and turn them into daggers, and then I'm going to use the snake skin to turn them into what they turn into? Water skins? Yeah.
Yes,
It's
yeah.
just a basic tool. I don't feel like that's anything crazy complicated.
Well, if you guys won't let me have that stuff, I don't want anything.
I did say we wouldn't let you
He
go.
crosses
I
his
was just
arms.
wondering what.
We need some explanations before we give away the big
Yeah,
items.
we're a
lad.
team here.
What was that armor you were talking about, Yokizas? What was that?
It's the Wraithleth's hide. You click on it and then you go to Armor of the Fiend Serpent. And if I were to guess, it probably has some kind of curse on it.
Got better AC than I'm wearing.
Oh, yeah, well take that shit. I mean, you can't
Yeah,
use it right now,
I've never
but
had money. I've never had money to,
take that shit.
grade
Yeah,
any of that.
And I
because
don't.
you can
I
have
don't
someone
an
else, when we get to
explanation
Von Reed,
for
you
it.
can have someone craft that. For sure.
Azulos, I don't have an explanation. I just want to hang on to him. That's it.
Well, I can be talked into that, but what do we get? What do we get in return?
I'm
What
sure
if we
we
give
could
you all this
find
stuff?
something mutually beneficial for all of us.
I mean, I think you know what Aslos wants at this point, so
I
I'm not
don't.
gonna tell you, but you're gonna give me something, and then we're gonna go along our way here.
What do you want?
Jin, you know what we want, right? I mean, he should know.
I think I know.
You should know. I mean,
I think he wants money.
and I just hand over the thing, and I'm like, nah, I got enough money. We're good. You own that.
And Jen, at this point, you find the skull in your bag, and you pull it out. And as you pull it out, it emanates a vivid red light that fills the room in kind of a hellish gaunt. And as the skull is exposed to everyone in the room, in everyone's minds, you hear this horrible noise that fills your mind as the skull looks at you.
Man, this shit is evil.
If the
Is it-
skull looks at Jin,
The demon skull is evil, as we're talking about?
I know. I'm just like, damn though.
I just didn't expect it, you know?
it feels evil.
I knew it'd be
Put it
evil,
away.
but I kind of just want to look at it.
Oh, so you gotta stop.
What is this noise? This is creepy.
This is the skull,
Oh, God.
and it reverberates in your minds as Jin,
don't
you are
want
making
it.
eye contact with this skull.
Oh, it's like
Yep.
in the back of my head.
Sounds like a dying animal.
I mean, maybe we could ask a favor of this thing.
No, after
not a great
after
idea.
I love the idea of Jin just nonchalantly just like,
Stop it.
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
don't
go.
want it.
I'm gonna
Jin,
go
put it
over
out.
to Jin, and
I don't want it.
I'm like, Jin, can I hold
I'm
it?
starting to freak out.
I'm kind of a little defensive of it and cradle it in my arms, but then it's Asla, so I relent. I'm like, okay, yeah, here you go.
And then I kind of like hold it in between me and Jin, and I'm like staring at the right eye. Imagine he's staring at the left eye, and we're like, whoa.
gotta be. That's gotta be.
Like
enough,
I'm
Tucker.
ignoring the noise entirely, and I'm just like.
Yeah, it was awful at first, but then it kind of just tuned
It's kind of
out.
Starting to warm
kinda-
up to me.
Yeah.
it's kind of soothing at this point.
Yeah, at least it's not telling us a stupid story like John does.
Man, I miss John.
It's okay,
It
we
was
got
good
Orcus now.
Yeah, I mean,
And
Orcus is
Orcus is like the same as John.
And after staring at it for like a solid 7 minutes, I hand it back to him.
Yeah, I like to. I
That
like to
was
think
a-
that.
I feel rejuvenated and put it back in the bag.
What's that,
I like,
Jaryu?
I like to think that everyone in the room is just like staring at this thing silently with like huge eyes.
And yeah,
Pretty much,
you stow it back away, Jen, and the horrible noise escapes everyone's minds, their skulls, and the light goes away, and it's back to normal.
And then I pull out my disgusting, it's like blue at this point, bag of like mead, and I just start chugging like halfway. Like,
Yeah,
I'm like,
it's starting to get like pretty chunky. It's
yeah, I mean it is
gross as it can be.
awful,
Since
but so good.
since I don't really know Aslos, I want to go investigate his mead. And
Well,
ask
yeah,
him
then you see
himself.
kind of Jaryu walk up and just like fascinated by it.
I'll be like, you want you want to try some?
Yeah.
and I like go across the table and I like start throwing stuff off to grab like a glass, and I like take the bag and pour it into the glass and I hand it to him. I'm like, this will change your life. And I hand him the glass.
And I take a swig. Does something terrible happen to me?
It's
Roll a
literally just
constitution check.
rotted human and elf remains inside of a fucking
Okay,
bag that
drow
creates
too.
and drow that creates mead. Just like for like forever, an infinite amount of mead. And so he's just been stewing like old body parts in the mead as it's been making, and like adding sand to it, and all kinds of shit.
Okay. Well, okay. It's
Jaryu-
the best meat on the
Jaryu, I'll let you describe how it tastes to you yourself, but you don't throw it up. That's what I can tell you.
Oh,
Yeah, you stomach it.
What do you think?
I hold a very stern, disgusted face for about 30 seconds.
Like you just took a bad shot or something.
This is the best face I've seen somebody had tasting this stuff. So,
And then I finally swallow. And I give you back the glass, and I say, I never want to try that again.
Could've told you
and
that.
I'm so offended. And I walk away and like chug like probably like 2 more gallons of it.
That's funny.
I love that Aslos is the only one that likes this because it's so disgusting at this point. I'm gonna find someone else that likes it.
No, Joe's Tigers drank it.
It's like past Yokizos liking it at this point, and he eats human remains with me, so.
So I think I kind of glossed over it, Yokizos. You crafted the daggers, correct?
Yeah.
Is that right? How many of them were you able to make?
I don't know. I don't know how that works with because with my feature, it's where's that? It doesn't say like I have to.
Okay, it says
it's
each tooth
one.
can be crafted into a dagger.
Okay.
So let me delete these 2 teeth from your inventory and add 2 daggers to your inventory.
And then I'm also making snakeskin water skins for everybody.
Yes, I see those. I'm wondering, I guess the easiest way would be for me to hand them out. So I'll start doing that.
I can request trades to everybody.
Yeah, or you can do it that way and just slowly start trading it to them.
Ugh, sounds like a pain.
I like, in talking to Jaru, I'm like, wait a minute. I go up to him and I kind of take out my like toe necklace that has the two dwarf brother skulls on it from the very beginning.
Yeah.
And I'm like, they're like you.
And to give you some context, Jaryu, at the very, very, very beginning of their campaign, they were following two dwarf brothers that that died, and Aslos took their remains and made this.
And they like.
I went too far. My bad.
I look at the two skulls and just go, I didn't know them. And then I turn around and walk away.
No. Oh. I'm like, I kind of go over to Jin and I'm like, I don't like him. It's not very nice.
I don't know what he wants with these demon favor items, but Yukizo
He didn't
seems to trust it.
appreciate my toe necklace.
He didn't like your toe necklace
It
or
was
your
supposed to
ale?
be Aslos.
Or the dwarf skulls.
It was supposed to be a joke, as in, like, I didn't know those two dwarfs.
Aslos doesn't understand jokes. It's pretty stupid. Well, I'm actually the most intelligent in the group, but that's different.
I think
And
I
Jacob,
I've
I've been,
my. Oh, you've been giving.
yeah, I've been giving them out. I'm not gonna make you do all those trades.
I don't have one now, so because I
Okay.
just traded it.
I'll give you one back.
Yeah. I'll probably have two.
And yeah, thanks to your tiara, Azos, I think you would understand the humor. I think that you are. I think you'd be on the same page.
I still don't like it.
Okay. No, that's different. But
We'll just have to trust Yukizos' judgment.
I like his sword, so I'll be okay with him.
Hey, if
It
it
is a
makes you
big
feel
sword
better,
for him.
Aslos, I met Jaryu killing some old man.
That's true.
That makes me feel a lot better.
Don't, and no more context. That's it. Just
I like
because
to
I
imagine
know
that
how
while y'all are
Aslos
like
works. So.
y'all are like dibbing things out, your keys are just nonchalantly called from across the room. Makes you feel any better? I met him
Yeah.
killing an old man.
I'm like carving this dagger out.
Yeah.
And that being said, you guys want to hand me over those sigils or what?
I don't need no sigil. I'll take these white dragon claws. Can make it into a great sword later.
I take out some waster lift and throw it at Yukizos, by the way, and I'm like, yo, you gotta try this. This is like the best shit I've ever had.
Having not had a good meal in a while, I start chowing down, and it's fucking awesome.
yeah.
Wasteful lift tastes great compared to some of the other shit we've had. No, damn it, Kyle.
Oh.
Keep it open. I gotta drag and drop something.
I did give him a water skin if that helps. Oh, never mind. I see. I like how I can watch y'all trade.
I can make it private if I wanted to. I don't know if it actually does to you or not.
Bummer.
That would be kind of
said
cool if
we
it
had
did though,
seven
so
of
that
those.
like, if one of us wanted to like before we go do something, like slip him the audible, but we do it in private, don't tell David about it, you know?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
DM proof.
DM proof. Speaking of not being DM proof, I need to figure out a way to hide these curses from y'all.
Hey, David.
Yeah,
this
and so
white
first thing I
dragon-
do when I wake up is I remove curse.
I'm sorry, what was that? Wake
I
up.
will take the spell slot. Yeah.
Ah.
alright.
This white dragon claw says we have 6, and I hit the take button, but now it's down to. All right, we had 7, but now it's down to 6, and but won't let me take it again.
Yeah, there's something to do with that number.
Mm.
I don't know. I was having problems with that too. Hold on.
Yeah, I wanted 6 of them at least.
You want
That's
all
what
of
it
them?
takes to- Yeah, I want to make a great sword out of it for whoever, or just for fuck's
Okay.
sake.
I'll update that for you.
3d8 cold damage, baby.
I've been going through a lot of these and balancing them a little bit better. So you'll still have that cold damage on there, but probably not every hit, because that's like really strong.
It's a lot of
damn
it.
strong.
It's pretty damn strong. But I promise there will still be cold damage element to it.
Hey,
I think what I've been doing in the past for a lot of the others is that like a number of your proficiency modifier you can empower a hit,
Hey.
like basically like a smite, to add that cold damage on top of it.
Finally, you also
That's
might
cool.
take their Wasterlith claws because they can be transformed into the Great Sword of Grasping,
Yeah, that one's cool.
and that gives you the grasping spout that the Wasterlith had.
Where's that?
And take the OTU tentacle, you get a whip. Just have fucking like 800 weapons, dude.
Yeah, that's what I have right now.
It's like your
That's why I
thing,
think the
right?
whip.
Yeah, have
Yeah, I'll take
800
'em all.
weapons and don't use the longsword ever again.
David, can you explain to me what advantage on checks made to determine the outcome of dice games mean on the Wasterlith Tooth?
So I think what that would be is like if Jin wanted to like gamble something and say like if I roll like this, then I get it, that kind of thing. I would make him roll like a sleight of hand check to manipulate it, and he'd get advantage on that.
Yeah, I was looking at those.
Jen, take that shit right now.
Yeah.
So what do you have to? How many do you have to take?
It doesn't say, but I'm gonna say 10.
And you
I
should
think
take
that-
those water skins of corrupted, or take at least 2 of those water skins of corrupted waters, because that's how you activate the power. It looks like. Because it says when wet with water skin of corrupted water.
Mhm.
Dude,
And-
Carefully crafted.
And Aslos, do you want a bag of holding made out of a stomach instead of your crappy leather one? Ew.
Okay. I have a mimic one already, but I will happily take one and put it inside the mimic with the other bag of holding. So
Yeah.
Like
And then we'll
babushka
probably
dolls.
take the other bag of holding, and then maybe we'll air it outside for a few days and let it dry out. and stuff.
whoa.
You don't
whoa,
need 3 or 2 bags
whoa.
of holding.
Okay. It
How
doesn't
do-
need to be dried out though. Like the smell is
Oh, okay.
organic.
How does that like Mastercraft work?
We probably have to go
Um,
pay somebody to do that. A good chunk of money.
I can show you.
Because there's
So
that.
like any of them that require tools, if you're proficient with the tools, which I don't think any of us, maybe Jen is in leatherworkers or something, but if you're proficient with them, you roll a d20 for a couple of days. No, not with advantage. It just allows you to do it.
So this is
you get your
this is the rules that
proficiency
were
too, don't
provided.
you?
Yeah. You get like a d20 plus your proficiency or whatever.
Yeah, no one else would get the proficiency.
Yeah, and you just can't do it if you don't have the tools. You cannot.
Oh,
craft
yeah.
anything. Yeah. I have cunning artisan, so I can craft basic stuff like the water skin and a dagger. I just can't. I can't do any of the cool crafting.
Yeah, these Wasterlith fins, we have enough for 4 of them to turn into gauntlets that let you swim, breathe water. It's fucking dope.
So
Something else.
Yeah. See, Mastercraft, you have to take it to a city to get it crafted. And
So,
it takes a while.
So
But
so
the
based
potion
on
of-
these rules, Mastercrafted means you have to be level 11 and proficient in that toolkit.
But so for the vampire fang, it does not say anything about what the potion of vampirism is. Is it poisoner's kit or alchemist kit?
Ooh.
That is a good question. Let me see if the resource has it. I'm kind of surprised it doesn't actually. Hold on.
Hey guys, I'm sorry, but I have to dip a little bit early tonight.
Yeah, you're okay. No worries.
Hey, peace out, brah.
Jesus.
See ya, Kyle.
Jeez. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I'm gonna say Alchemer's kit.
Yeah,
Alchemer's
that makes
kit,
more
'cause
sense.
It's into a potion, not a poison.
I'm just looking for stuff that I can craft with the poisoner's kit, and there's nothing in here. It's all alchemy.
Oh, I see. Yeah, it's it'll take a little bit to accumulate things that you'll be proficient. Honestly, more of the idea is that whenever, really, this is kind of setting the stage for Von Riek stuff. Whenever y'all get to Von Riek, I would like to see y'all kind of diversify your toolkit proficiencies. So, like, Andrew, that would include like maybe you going to find someone to get also proficient in like alchemy, right? So now you can do potions or poisons kind of deal. Waco
Yeah.
gets proficient in like smith's tools, and so like y'all are like kind of diversified so that you can get an item and one of you can be the crafter for that. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna become proficient in everybody liking me because of the people's heart.
People's heart. I kind of forgot about that.
Yeah, you did.
That's cool.
I
So
like
yeah,
how we
you
all
might.
have like different hearts and demon skulls and
Yeah,
shit
kinda
now.
gross.
Like,
So yeah, there might not be something totally applicable yet. With poison or just poisoners.
Yeah, because like the only kits I have are Mason's tools,
Mm-hmm.
and like that's pretty fucking useless.
Yeah,
And
those are
like, I
pretty
wanna.
niche. I think you could definitely afford to get one more tool proficiency to really expand it out. But it's up to the group and you which one you like the most. Like I don't think it needs to make like lore sense in any way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't want you to feel like you have to do alchemy because you did poisoner. Like I think it could be something else. But through going through this, I'm pulling all of these from a guide and then just kind of like slightly modifying them to be a little more balanced. It looks like the biggest ones are leather workers, smiths, alchemy are like the big three, and then some of them require some like spell casting. But like you'll probably have to end up paying for some, and I think that's also okay because it's nice to have something to spend money on.
Yo,
too.
Azla's got money. Don't worry, we're chilling.
Yeah,
I
we're all
have
pretty
no money.
Azla's hella rich.
Oh, we got you, Jaru.
Yeah, they can spot you. But yeah, so that's kind of the idea behind that.
But maybe that's why I want the demon sigil so I can have some money. If you know what I'm talking about,
see,
Azla.
the real thing that Azla's wants. Okay, you gotta get me some Wisp of the Shadows. If you
Why?
Azla's out here trying to make a portable hole.
What does that allow you to do?
Wait, Jacob, you're muted.
I didn't realize that's what you were trying to do with it. You're trying to make your portable hole again?
No, I'm not trying to do that. What are you talking about?
Dude, he needs some place to store his gold.
Yeah, I'm spending all my gold buying enough to get a portable hole.
I like how we all rested in there and we're all like, what the fuck are we doing in this hole?
Okay, imagine if Aslos had a hole of all of his human remains instead.
Dude, it'd be like a horror movie, but it'd be awesome.
More organized.
Okay, would have
It's
some
like a
order
parent
to
tree for
it.
him.
It'd be like you guys seen like Wreck-It Ralph, like with his pile of bricks, dude.
Yeah.
It'd be that with bodies.
That's so funny.
Hey, but it would make your bag clean, so it's all good. It's all for the greater good.
I'm definitely gonna build like a chair out of it.
You're trying to be cool with the common folk. You can't have body parts in your backpack. You got to put them in the hole. It makes sense.
Yeah, Aslos is gonna fuck up the Wisp of Shadows and make a portal to the netherworld instead of like make a portable hole.
David, could you give me the Racerist Claw? I took one. I realized what you have to do. You have to type in how many you want and then take it.
Oh, okay.
And it won't. 'Cause once you hit it once, it's gone. I can't ever take button again.
Yeah, no, I already exited out, so, but next time I
Oh,
can make
okay,
sure
yeah.
can do it.
It might let me next time too. Who knows?
So I can
Yeah,
actually. It's kind of weird.
Get a
I
long
can
rest
change. So wait, what did you want, Waco?
The Racerist Claw.
See if that
There was
works.
2.
Oh.
Took 1. It doesn't matter. We can't craft it anytime soon, so.
Well,
And
it's just
plus, David.
revive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not letting me do it. I guess I can't. Because it let me do it with Thunder. I could take stuff with him.
Oh, I think it's because you owned him because of that one session.
Yeah. I thought I owned Fail too because of that one session.
Yeah, I might have revoked it. I can't remember.
No, David, give me control of everybody.
But good session, guys. I'm glad y'all are back
Hey.
together.
That was fun.
I will talk to y'all next time.
Sounds good,
Sabra!
man.
Good night.
Peace.
Bye.
Thanks, David. That was awesome.
Dude,
The portable hole will come again.
that great sword of
Grasping?
cold or whatever No.
Oh
Because
yeah.
that's why he
It's
said it does
busted, dude.
3d8 cold damage and ignores cold resistance. That's why he has to change some of this shit. That's way too
Yeah,
strong.
I was
I thought
thinking,
the laser
okay,
lift sword is OP.
Yeah, that
The
sword's
grappling
fucking awesome
tentacle
too.
is
that was
OP.
awesome too. Well, I plan on going Great Weapon Master. We're gonna like Fail's gonna retrain.
Are you
Oh,
getting rid
I
of the
can't
whole bow
wait.
thing? The whole bow thing?
Yeah, just going straight strength. I mean, I'll have a little dexterity still. I'm gonna lose
Yo,
all my
Sweet.
dexterity.
I
But
got hella gold for. I have
20
like
strength
15.
for
I have
sure.
like 15,000 gold, dude. I'm spending it all, man. I'm just gonna go
Yeah,
nuts.
we're gonna need
Which
it for
in D&D
crafting.
can
Crafting
buy
is
almost
expensive.
anything. Like
I have
20
I have
times
10
over.
gold. That's how much
Yeah,
money I
Fail,
have is
Fail's
10.
like
David
200.
messed up by accident one time and let them do like this extortion fight. Well, no, they rigged a fight, right?
Yeah, bro.
He
He gave
rigged
me
a fight
like.
in Refuge, and he let us take the entire pot of money, which was like an amount of gold that players that early in the game should never have had, and we just
Platinum.
Yeah, bro. He gave me like 100k gold, dude. Like I'm not even. I haven't even like. I keep having because I got like 50% because I was the one that like actually did it or what. I don't know how that happened, but like. Yeah, I just haven't run out. Like I literally almost 20,000 gold, and I buy like shit in every city.
yeah, like it's so much gold. Like everyone could have plate armor. Like we could all have like shield +2s and great axe +1s, whatever. Like
The best is when we went to Joe's Exotics and I bought like everybody like
yeah, those
3 of
trinkets.
everything.
I still have those, and I still use them. I have the unbreakable thimble, and I have the
I have
immolation
my
leaf
egg.
that's perpetually on fire.
I have my
I
egg
saw
in the drug
that.
pedestal.
Oh, and bubbles. I got bubbles from that guy too.
Yeah, I hope that John comes back, man. That's my main goal.
No, we got Orcus now. Come on. Moved on.
Oh, hey, I'm gonna give Aslos some my dragon's teeth. I don't know why I have these, but I'll just give them to you. You can have them. Want some dragon's teeth?
Sure.
Are those the ones that were like caltrops? Didn't something say
No.
caltrops?
These were from when we first fought. Like,
We have something in there.
Those dragons. I ripped all their teeth out.
Hey, Azalos, if I drink another cup of your
what?
mead,
It
will
won't
you
let me.
will you buy me a sweet helmet?
Yeah. I mean, I don't really care how much is the helmet.
I don't know yet.
It's not letting me do it.
I'll buy most people most things. I mean, I don't really give a shit to be honest. There's so much gold.
As I'm rummaging through my bag, I'm gonna take
+1
these sticks of
arrows.
incense and throw them on the ground and crush them. Cause fuck that. Who wants incense? Oh, can I add stuff to the bag of holding? Can I like reverse that?
You gotta trade to the bag. You gotta accept the trade.
I'm gonna do
What?
it. Request trade. Oh, it's not there. Lame.
Yeah, I don't like. I hope that he'll sell Wisp of the Shadows. I don't know. He's gonna like break my weapon to like nerf my weapon and give me like another one. So I don't know when that's gonna happen. I hope I don't have to pay for the said weapon. It'd be kind of annoying.
Damn it! Why can't I add?
Now you guys remember when I sold all that art too?
Yeah.
I
And you
I
conned
kept
them
that
into more money.
Yeah, I like kept that.
Those are
Like,
some Bashirs. The Bashirs, weren't
Oh
they?
yeah.
Wait. I could buy a boat. I wonder if I could. Can I buy a boat?
Hey, I want that
Dude,
boat,
Diamond
by the
Dragons
way,
need
of
a
course.
boat. God damn it.
Yeah, how much
Hey,
is
that
the
boat
boat?
it's cheap, and it's the cheapest boat they had, but it steers itself.
Okay,
Why?
how much is the boat though?
Oh, I can't remember, man. We had enough money at the time to buy it. I'm pretty sure.
I got enough money.
Hell, I think with the proceeds from the painting and everything, it was almost enough. It wasn't. They didn't want too much. They didn't want too much for it.
It wasn't just. I don't think it was just a painting. It's like we had accrued a whole bunch of stuff worth gold or whatever, and just I think you sold it all at that time, right? Most of it was art.
Yeah, it was a lot of stuff.
I just opened my sheet. I checked the actual amount. I have 22,800. That's how much I have.
And so, okay, so we can go to the
gold?
shops. How do we go to the shops? Do you remember?
I thought you had it up.
Shopkeepers.
I thought you had the tabs.
It's on the
but
right.
they're
So
not.
it's in the
It's people now. It's under
Yeah, if you
people.
go under people, go to shopkeepers.
Oh, there it is.
So
Hero.
let's just go somewhere where they might have something expensive, like the Artisan's Master. What is this? Disguise kit. I don't know how much it costs.
He has a bunch of vicious weapons.
Yeah, this isn't the shop anymore. This is more like we just see their inventory.
Oh.
Here's the
No,
armory master.
How to disguise is 5,000. So if you right click and hit edit, it'll show you the like there's boots of levitation? Bro.
Oh man, I could use some of that. I could use some of that. Oh.
Just to flex on everyone.
Hey, look, I can levitate.
Look at my Air Force One.
My wings aren't even moving. Cloak of protection adds 1 bonus AC.
I'm gonna be trying to con to get more money in the next thing, dude. I want to be full. I want my
it's
portable
gonna be so
hole.
awesome.
Hey, boots of speed would actually be super good.
Yeah, I want my portable hole
double
and
your
then be like
walking speed.
Smog, dude. I want to be like Smog.
Hey, Fail, check this shit out.
Uh-huh.
It doubles your walking speed, and any creature that makes an opportunity attack against you has disadvantage on the roll.
How much does it cost?
That goes with your battle. It's 4,000. That goes with your battle dancer shit, like bread and butter.
Cheap.
Yeah, it's like no one would ever hit me on an opportunity attack, but I would still soak them up. Which one? Where are you at on that one?
I'm at the Artisan's Master. It has that fucking piece of shit from the other campaign we played.
Oh yeah, son of a bitch! I'll never see that face and not think he's a piece of shit.
I know, dude. Fuck that guy. He had a statue of himself inside of his own bar. Like, what a bitch.
Yeah, it's such a
And his roof
douchebag.
was leaking. He had an open hole in the roof, and he bought a statue of himself instead of fixing the roof. What a dick.
Wait, I should do that.
Yo!
Get a statue for the Diamond Dragon Den.
While wearing this, the
Or the
wings
sanctuary,
of
whatever.
flying, you can speak the command word and turn your cloak into a pair of bat wings on your back for 1 hour, and fly.
Dude, I need to get that, and then I have a feat that gives me
Get the
magic
levitate.
wings.
So you can
I have
levitate
6
with your bat
wings.
wings and your real wings.
Useful items is always fun.
Yeah, see, we need to go check out this artist. What's the Arcanist guy? I bet he's got some good shit. Necklace of fireballs. Yeah, dude. You can have 8 fucking fireball beads on it for 30,000 gold. No big deal.
So right,
The sad part is I'm close to that.
Dust.
Yo, but what
Hey,
if
here
we
we go,
bought a
Aslos.
boat,
I don't know.
bro?
I don't know how this works yet, but dust
We
of
definitely need
sneezing
a
and
boat.
choking.
The Diamond Dragons need a boat.
It would be so lit if I bought his boat, dude.
Dust of dryness.
Wait, I really, God, I really want my hole though. Whole boat. Tough decision.
Hey,
Where's the
Burma. Hey,
price
for
on
real
these
though,
things?
if you have to right click and hit edit, it'll show you the price on the left.
100 for water walking.
How
It's
much?
not even a spell. You just automatically walk on water. 1,500.
Dude, we need to fucking buy some shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Broom of flying.
Dude, yeah. So you
Whoa.
get fly at will.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
And it
Harry
does not
Potter
require
this bitch.
attunement either. You literally can just have it. Like, you just have fly if you have your broom.
I'm be like playing Quidditch with fucking.
Just
Lyle.
swinging by with your axe. Wham! Fuck you, Wasteland. I can fly now.
That's so
You
much
have this
better than I.
Can you even
You have this
imagine how dumb
tiara
that
and
would
you're
be?
on a broom and you're swinging by. You're swinging your axe as you fly by. Dude, that's not. You have to buy that now, right? Like, you
For
have to
Gronk?
buy it.
Yeah,
Dude,
Remember
imagine
Gronk?
me with
Yeah.
my new weapon.
he had
Like,
to cast
'cause
a
it's
spell
gonna
to
be
do that.
Oh, bro.
I know. Just imagine doing it
Dude,
at
get
will.
to it and wear them like
Oh my
skis.
god.
You can.
I've
I can
made so
call
many
back the broom.
wizard combos that are unnecessary.